3, 2, 1, go. Alright guys, yeah that's right, get hyped, we back with more Phoenix Wright, and it's February 24th, 12:14 p.m, District Court, Courtroom number 9. Play, The court will reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Scott. Emma didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yeah, we get it. Oh, I know. You're a Wait a minute, I know. You're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind call it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place, right? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper could sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. You heard what he said. Alright, let's get it. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone archer. It said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the old dusty trail. Damn. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say, Jesus! I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yeah, well, what about the fingerprinted activated locks on the evidence lockers? Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being really helpful. He's not that good with machines or following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. Now, like, if I'm being real, I didn't see anything that jumped out at me initially, but it's up to check. So let's get it. Let's go. My job is to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. How exactly do you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still, even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings. You interred them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. Nothing unusual is tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy definitely has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room? They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way. No desperados I know join the police force. So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime, just between you and me, I didn't set foot in that evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. How did this guy avoid being fired? Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems. You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Well, of course, back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. That's quite, incredible. The sensors on the lock handles can't be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe says something like that too. At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place? If I remember right, I was at a street-side saloon at the time it went down. What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Not even Angel's steak. Lunches can beat that part of his Mongolian sepia pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your post to eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, did you not want to raise this year? I'm just the innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall? That's right, partner. Or as you'd call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I got a trump card up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use it though, I better up the ante. Oh, you know what? Does this show the part where it's Does this show the part where he has the fingerprint on the locker? On the count of three, y'all. Y'all already know what's finna happen. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Objection!
Get that motherfucker.
Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this. Uh-oh. So you know what's real. You know it's real when I start to smack that paper. You know it's real. Let me get some paper right quick. They think it's a game. You know it's real when I get to slapping that paper. Fuck you talking about? It's about to get on and popping up in here. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. Oh, it's quite simple. You lived a very large trial. Look, I said trial. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there. Fuck that! I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Oh shit, nigga! Whoa, witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene? The blood was wiped away, however. A luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall, it seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. Fuck. I think an explanation then, Officer Marshall? About the bloodstained fingerprints? Very well. You may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime. Alright, well, bullshit he gonna throw out his ass now. Let's get it, let's go. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be the same place as the blood-stained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. Bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. The witness's explanation appears valid. Although there is room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding some shit, and I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. Alright, let's get it! I'm looking at the locker and the glove. Alright. It's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. I don't know about that. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine. It's no mystery. Please explain. My locker is covered with my fingerprints. Just so happened. The murderer touched the locker with my fingerprint watching. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? The blood stain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Unrelated. Different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. Bruh. One gotta do with breakfast while the other is a type of murder. Well, he's right. Although seemingly look totally different. I don't see what homonyms has to do with this. Or did you know the murderer was wearing gloves? How did you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. Was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's finger. That's the only logical conclusion. I can't let him squirm out of this one. I gotta find something decisive to tie the Officer Marshall to this crime. That's because how did you put it, pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right, that and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective, the locker I still use. All that's in there now is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all in that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's program. Must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing. Whoa. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? The seal of blood in the desert? It's just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape of what I was just looking at. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yeah, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner? What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you had. But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots? Places you can't see. Camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they can use the intervals. Making me think about DanganRonpa again. Right. Oh! We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Oh, well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now. His door open? That'll be stupid. Very well. Oh, the music cut off. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Check carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake. Now then, let's have another look at this video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall. If this joint is on at any point of the thing, that'll be stupid. It wasn't. If you can believe that. Oh man, so look, you saw that, right? Alright, hold on, rewind. But it's crazy because like that has nothing to do with him. But if you notice, like when the crime's all said and done, there's just like some stuff sticking out that locker. Now I don't know how or why that is, but it is the way it is. So watch when he walks past. See, now he's gone. Then we're gonna pause. And let's pause. What the fuck is this? Bringing our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum it up with what you gotta say in 8 words or less? Sure. Very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can clearly be seen in video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. Y'all know I'm smart. That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. It's not there. Yep. Oh! The white cloth, it's gone! What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth isn't there. Then it appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Oh, shit!
Order in the motherfucking court.
It would only seem on your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? This guy isn't just plain dumb. He really doesn't know. Alright. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I opened that locker? Now prove. A fingerprint sensor. We talked about this earlier. The lockers can only be opened by the detective they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? Oh, lordy lord. Yeah, you love to see it. You love to see Phoenix being a straight savage. I had to get a screenshot, y'all. Bruh. Only got one word for you, partner. No!
Order in the motherfucking court.
Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Olay, please answer the question. What is he now, a bullfighter? Right. That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out. We can. Have a look at these floor plans. I do it. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness? Seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right. The only possible conclusion. He was pretending like he was what's his name. Well then, let's hear it. He was the killer. There. But that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was standing. Correct, unless the Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up as Detective Goodman. It's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. But he ain't the brightest person in the, we ain't gonna say it. He might. May I point out this, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He only testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yeah, and how did the detective respond? He suddenly pulled a knife on me. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. The man had his ID card, he wouldn't have to do that. Yeah, he would have needed to enter the evidence room, so he would have been carrying it. The answer is simple. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Oh, I get it. To show that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Got anything to say about this, Officer Marshall? You're trying real hard on whatever that is. You got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial, huh? He's still denying it. So, you know, we're gonna go ahead and end the episode out here, and when we come back, we are gonna try to get to the bottom of this, because it's getting kind of spicy. I knew it was him, you know, pretending like he was like, you know, Goodman. I already knew that. Like, and then if you look back at the video, actually, it looks like only he has like long hair. If you look at his head, it looks like he has long hair. Believe it or not. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't look right, you know? Like, it looks like he has long hair. And a mustache, I think. And I think Bruce Goodman was, like, clean. He was cleanly shaved, or whatever. Man, you couldn't see it after that, but... let me look at Bruce Goodman. Because I don't even think he had, like, you could see, like, the guy in the video has, like, okay, so but he has, like, a soul patch or whatever. Whereas, as you can see with, well, damn, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, it didn't look like him. But we're going to go ahead and end the episode off here. When we come back, we are going to get to the bottom of this and figure out why he's lying like he is. So I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. But until then, I'll catch you guys later for more Phoenix Wright Ace of Terror.